It's
Oh
called The
yeah.
Rise of
Listen, I found
Skywalker.
this and I'm gonna post it into the
But
chat.
the Skywalkers are all dead.
No, no, yeah, that. But
Anyway, um, moving on because we took way too much time on that.
that's funny.
You know what? I just, I don't know.
Salox, if
This
you
annoys me.
Salox,
I'm getting my money back.
you were getting irritated
No.
about us taking so much time about
No.
different topics. Now
No,
I'm trying to
no.
tell people
I'm
to
getting-
shut up and move on.
I'm getting-
and you're
no.
still going on this.
I'm getting
on this
my
topic.
fucking money back for real. Disney, if you're listening to this, I paid $31 to see your shitty ass movie. Okay, I want my fucking money back, all of
I
it.
got to see it for free because I got a free
All right.
showing as well as
I
free
will
food.
show up to your house.
You could
Bob
have seen it
Iger.
for free, but you decided to go to work.
Yes, I work for it. I
Yeah,
use
you
your
decided
taxpayer money to be
do the
furry
right
trash.
adult responsible thing. So now you have
Lifty,
to go see it.
Lifty.
Yes.
We're all going to Bob Iger's house now.
Moving on.
Okay, I have to edit this.
Yeah. Best and worst TV show. Let's go. This episode of Furry Frequencies is brought to you by
Yes.
Star Wars: The Rise of
But
Skywalker
actually, that
in
movie
theaters
was
tonight.
Pretty bad.
What?
That movie was actually pretty bad.
Yes, it was. You did
I
not
gotta
like
redo it again because you guys, fucking Peanut Gallery is fucking.
Because we're not getting paid by them, and I don't want to be sued by Disney.
This episode of
okay?
This episode of Furry Frequencies.
Disney will kill us, please.
He has nice paws.
This episode of Furry
Don't
Frequencies
do
is.
it. We're too young to die.
Who are you showing?
This episode of Furry
He's
Frequencies.
trying to get Star Wars. He's going to kill us.
This episode of Furry Frequencies is brought to you by Star
doesn't
Wars: The Rise of
care.
Skywalker in theaters now. Hello and welcome to Furry Frequencies, the soundtrack to your furry life. I'm Lifty, and joining us on the podcast this evening is Sharky
Bitch.
and Silox.
Hi.
And this is our last episode of 2019, and of course the last episode of the decade of 2010s, however you want to call it. It's our year in review, where we review various topics from within the furry community and also within pop culture, and also talk about the best and worst that happened in the year 2019. So, but before we start off with that, let's talk about what happened right before Christmas. Everybody remember? We tweeted about this. We tweeted about this
I don't
on the
even
24th.
look at her tweets.
I know. You should look at our tweets. They're very
Yeah, you should
entertaining.
get on Twitter.
Yes, please get on Twitter at Furry Frequency. Look at our tweets. But anyway, so on the 23rd, Morimutt on Twitter, he posted a video, a very saucy video for Mersuit Monday, where he was just in his mersuit. He was wearing like a red underwear, and he was peeling them off and playing with his
She was
sheath and
doing
balls.
what every porn star does.
Yeah, exactly. It was kind of like softcore porn. Softcore
No, it was
masturbation
straight
porn. Yeah, I mean it was straight
It was
porn, but
You can't.
yeah.
You can't hide that it was porn.
Yeah, it was porn.
It was good
Okay.
porn.
It was good.
Unfortunately,
yeah,
it was shared in the wrong space.
yes. It somehow made its way the next day to K-pop Twitter. And from there it just spread like wildfire. So many people just retweeted that and said, if I had to suffer, you do too. If this is on my timeline, it's on your timeline. And it just spread
I like,
like,
how people are like, "Oh no, he's doing sexual shit." Everyone
Yes.
freak out!
yes. No, it was so funny. It's like, why does he have a dick? It's like,
Because he's a guy.
yeah.
Guys
First
have
of all,
dicks.
shame on you, K-pop Twitter. I've been reading your tweets. And shame on you for saying things like, oh my god, it has a dick! Without being actually very sensitive to his preferred pronouns. I'm pretty sure his preferred pronouns are he, him. So instead of saying, oh my God, it has a dick, how about you start saying, oh my God, he has a dick, so we can point at you, laugh at you, and then say, well, no shit!
I just really like the fact that when people see furries, they're like, oh my God, they hold hands and they actually like each other? You mean there's actually love going on in the world? We can't have this!
Yeah, I'm so surprised how people treat furries as like just a bunch of sexual deviants when we know what you do.
Let's
We
be
know you
completely
do the
honest.
same
Lifty,
things too.
are
We're no
y'all-
worse than quite literally the
You
rest
really
of the
going
fucking
there?
world. Have you been to any kind of like convention other than a furry convention? I can guarantee you.
Wait, did you
'Cause I-
just Lifty? Wait, what'd you just say?
I'm saying that they do the same thing they accuse us of doing.
Yeah, but furries are also the same people who claim that the fandom's not about sex.
Well, you
When-
can't have it both
Let's
ways,
be honest
obviously.
here.
When it's about sex.
It's not about sex, but there are parts that have sex.
Oh no, there's a
in it.
lot of sex in the fandom. Like there's a lot of it.
I'm not saying there isn't sex in the fandom, you word twisting bitch. I'm saying that's not.
Well,
the
let me
main
just-
goal
let me
of
just-
the fandom.
What the hell?
Let me just mention this about sex in the K-pop fandom. If you don't think the K-pop fandom is overly sexual, just
my
wrap
God,
your head around this for a minute.
Go to
that
a K-pop
video.
concert. I guarantee you, there's someone sucking dick in every corner possible.
No, but just wrap your head around this for a minute. You remember that video from Mori Mutt? As of right now, as of this recording, 1.7 million views. So 1.7 million Luna fans and other K-poppers, I don't know their names, have been watching that video and, you know, just like reluctantly stroking off to it. I'm sure you were looking at that and saying, I hate that I like this, but I like it.
It's change, I'm afraid. It's something
Yeah.
new. We can't have it. The church won't allow it.
No, I mean, I just thought the timing was so great for it. Like, Dickcember is becoming
yeah.
more and more of a thing, especially since the week before, we had so many people leaking dick pics. We had the story where they had to censor out Jason Derulo's dick in Cats. Well, actually, no, it's even better. They apparently had to censor out everybody's dick because Jason Derulo complained about them censoring his dick. So yeah, dick was a great thing in December 2019, thanks to several individuals. So anyway, with that said, let's go on to some of the best things that happened both in the furry fandom and in pop culture in 2019. Should we start off with the best furry con this year?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Silox.
The best furry con this year.
Please don't say you have none.
The best furry con this
Like,
year.
I know you've got one that just stands out over the top.
God, that's a hard one. Does it have to be furry related?
Not necessarily.
Oh,
No.
because it isn't BronyCon, because that con sucked.
Hey,
It did.
shut up. No,
'Cause
it didn't.
I didn't know anybody there. Those people are weird, dude.
had-
How
You knew me.
about-
You knew me. You knew Sharky. You knew Brooms. Everybody was there.
Unfortunately. How about MFF 2019?
Okay. So, come on. Go into detail.
It was just an all-around fun convention, and I had a great time.
Okay.
And
Now, do you think that your perception of this convention this year was shaped mostly because the quote unquote problem child did not come?
yes. Had he come, I think I wouldn't have had a good time.
Okay.
I would have had a very bad time.
Okay. Well, that's fair. And I'm glad that you had a great time. Especially you you unveiled your new suit by Twinkie Arts at MFF 2019. And
I
of course,
did.
you took a lot of great pics.
Yeah,
I
Jason
still
helped
have
you
to
out with
touch your
that.
butt.
you can. You can. You can.
Okay.
You have two
Just
chances
like
too.
nonchalantly, just straight butt touch.
You can. I'm not going to stop you, obviously.
You're no
Okay.
fun anymore.
Oh,
What?
so you want him to resist?
No,
Yes,
he
I
likes it
want him to
when I
resist. I want this
resist.
to look like a mugging.
Shit.
I don't.
That-
Well, here's the thing. In that suit, I'm not going to resist because that's like a different suit. That makes me more. It's aggressive looking, so it's like, you know.
Then you
I
have
kinda
to be
want you to
aggressive if
do
it looks
that.
aggressive.
Oh, I am. I bully people bigger than me in that suit. That's the thing. That's like the shtick I'm going for now. Just to bully people.
Try to bully me, and I will fucking end you via death by snoo snoo.
That's
Ooh,
fine. I'll
nice.
bully you. I'll bully.
I like
in
Snoo
suit.
Snoo.
I don't know what snoo snoo is, but you'll get bullied in suit. I don't care.
You'll like Snoo Snoo too.
What's that?
Yes, you like death by snoo snoo.
Is that like hugging?
Have you ever watched
It's a form
Futurama?
of hugging. Yeah.
I have watched Futurama.
Did you watch the episode where they were stranded on the planet with the Amazon women?
Amazonians.
Yes, Amazonians. That was the best episode ever.
That shit was hilarious. Like death by snoo snoo. They're like happy and sad all at the same time. It's a rush of emotions.
And then they come back home and half their body is like encased in this in the cast.
Yeah, like the pelvis is like crushed and everything.
Yes. So Sharky, what was your best furry convention of 2019?
I have no fucking idea.
Okay.
I didn't really go to a lot of conventions this year.
Okay.
A lot of it was just me working and actually trying to make a living, you know? Like,
Well, you
Progressive
went to Anthrocon.
yeah.
You went to Furthermore as well.
Yeah.
And
They're
none of
all
them
the
were fun.
same. To be honest, Anthrocon is just getting more and more meh every year. I don't know
Huh?
what it is. It's just meh. It's not boring, but it's not entertaining either.
I have to disagree because
I mean, that was my experience. I don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck y'all did, but
okay, that's fair.
Anthrocon
I
was.
felt like everyone was kind of avoiding me on Anthrocon. Kind of upset me greatly and hurt.
I'm sorry. I
Wait,
don't
what?
feel like I was.
I don't think
Maybe
he
not
mean-
y'all, but like it's just
He
really
doesn't mean
weird because
us.
overall it just kind of like most of the time at the con I was alone. So
Oh, that
Like-
sucks.
Yeah, he doesn't
Yeah.
mean us. We were loyal to him because we.
like most of the time everyone was just running off doing whatever, and I don't have a suit, so it's kind of hard for me to run around and do shit. So
Oh.
let it be known, everyone, you can only be good in the fandom with a suit. That's how it is now.
No.
No.
That's not true. That's not true
Easy
because
to
you
use,
have
Stacy.
people.
We don't want to.
Hammer.
We don't
No.
want to. We don't want to promote.
We don't want to
Actually, now
reinforce
I
that
think about
stereotype.
Anthrocon for me this year was actually pretty depressing.
Oh, well, that sucks. I mean,
So let's not.
Furthermore-
talk about Anthrocon.
furthermore-
This is depressing.
furthermore-
I'm gonna make
further-
it bad for everyone and make them all have like pity.
well, was Furthermore better?
Furthermore, is actually fucking dope as hell.
There you go.
It was a
To
good.
be completely honest, I got drunk as shit and was actually able to hang out with people. Because the problem with Anthrocon, there's so many fucking people there.
Xylox, turn off your K-pop for a minute.
That's not even K-pop, dude. Someone
Sharky's
sent
trying to
me
talk.
that.
There's so many fucking people at Anthrocon that everyone wants to do everything at once with everyone. So it's kind of hard to hang out with people. Furthermore, it's just that right size where it's big enough to where you can actually do shit. But it's small enough to where if you want to hang out with someone more than, like, 2 fucking seconds, you can do so.
Yeah, and that's fair. And I feel that about Furthermore a lot. I like that they are that right size. Not too big and not too small, and you can hang out with a bunch of locals and feel very cozy and at home.
I was able to get super drunk.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows me, I can actually get drunk and get away with it.
Nice.
Well, the people that know me are usually the ones that are the only ones that interact with me. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, I avoid, Kit and the rest of them because they'll probably not be too happy with my performance.
No. Well, for me,
Literally-
Yeah, I
oh
don't
God,
think they'd
I remember
mind.
now. Furthermore, there was I was hanging out with my buddy Silox. I think this was during your panel. I was drunk as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the horror story one?
Yeah, that was a horror
Yeah, I
story
was
one.
drunk as fuck, and some guy was like, "You know what I know what you are, but I'm not gonna tell you because I was giving my buddy some fucking moonshine."
Mm-hmm.
During your panel, I was like, "The fuck are you talking about, you stupid
I remember
bitch?"
that. Yeah, I remember that because
Oh,
you
that
were
was
drunk
so
at that
fucking-
fucking panel. I remember that.
Oh, it
He-
was so funny because he
No, it
looked
was-
like he was trying to make a point, but he looked like a fucking idiot.
It was you and some other dude who was
It
also
me,
drunk as
Nork,
fuck.
and Jork were fucking hanging out.
Yeah, it was you
We're
and
all
some other
fucking
dude who was like
plastered.
really. Yeah, that's what it was. It was all you guys. Yeah.
We're drunk as shit, making your shit funny as hell. We're like, yeah, go fuck yourself. That was fucking fun. You gotta admit that.
I enjoyed that. Well, after what happened, I needed that.
Like, that shit fucking entertained the hell out of me. Like, because I was like, dude, you know you want some of this gasoline, right? Right, bro? He's like, "Yeah, no, bro."
Gasoline.
What did you
Wow.
just call it?
Oh, it's my patch is gasoline.
Wait, you,
Oh
wait,
my
wait, wait,
Gasoline.
wait, wait.
Okay.
You call it
Because tastes
gasoline?
like fucking gasoline. It fucks you up. real quick.
Gasoline
Sharky.
sounds like some white trash, like trailer trash girl from Hicksville something.
How dare you
What?
insult my fucking moonshine mix?
Gasoline?
Sharky,
This
we need
shit
to
will literally
make this
run
now.
your car.
We need to make this and sell it.
You know how much expensive it is to get the licensing and permits to fucking do alcohol brewing?
That's why you do it on the sly in your bathtub.
I don't need any more money from that. But,
Alright.
yeah, that shit was so funny. Because I was bothering, I was like, dude, you know what, you want some gasoline? He's like, nah, bro, but I really do, but I don't at the same time. And I was like, yeah, you do. You go drink it. He takes it. And the guy, like, fucking grabs my shoulder, and he's like, I know. It's like, I know what you're doing. I know what you are, and you're not cool. And I was like, I will fucking face fuck you with my face. I don't know what I said something on that fucking line. It didn't make any sense. And the guy
At the
just
panel?
fucking, he backed away, and it was so fucking hilarious.
That's
I
pretty
didn't
neat.
hear anything about him for the rest of the fucking time I was at the con.
Yeah, you scared him probably. What the hell?
It was fucking awesome. Hey,
You told him you were gonna face fuck him.
with my face.
Who does this?
I very drunk.
This is some
shark who
2019
doesn't
shit.
fucking
Yeah, it
care.
is, man.
It was fucking hilarious. We joked about it the whole night.
Ah,
Oh, we also ran around in my sister's suit while drunk. It was really fun. That con should go. Just everyone having a good time because everyone is
choking on
trying to
dick.
help each other out, having a good time. That's what I like about
Yeah.
Furry more. Con, it's kind of like everyone fights for themselves. And it's like,
well, that's because it's such a big con.
yeah.
Unfortunately, it's just such a big con, and because it's such a big con, you're gonna get a lot of you're gonna get a situation where
Where I'm alone and
just
no
not-
one loves me.
yeah, that's what you're gonna get. Oh, there's a special election for that shit.
Well, hopefully this next coming Anthrocon will be better because I actually have a lot more friends that are actually going to be there. So I can actually hang out while you guys run off and do whatever the fuck you do.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I didn't even know what the fuck you guys are doing.
I'm suiting mostly.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
I guess that was it because you guys never fucking messaged me until like late as shit. And I was like, well.
Because we don't have
Yeah.
pockets in our fucking fursuits.
Yeah, we can't just like make a call. We don't have pockets.
Like I just wanted to hang out with you guys and be like, hey, how's it
Then
going?
you gotta
guys?
you gotta find us and just tackle us and yeah,
Find
we'll
you.
hang out.
Okay.
Yes,
At
find you.
Anthrocon.
Yes, it's not that hard.
It was fucking
Yeah.
difficult for me.
Oh,
I will help you next time.
I
yes.
am mentally handicapped.
Well,
don't you know?
You're
what
not.
we need to do is just rendezvous at a certain point at a certain time, and then, assuming that works, assuming everybody gets there at the same time at the same
Yes.
place, then yes, it'll work because
Yes.
then we
Yes,
are
that's
rendezvousing at the same time and place.
I think so.
Maybe the coming Anthrocon will have a suit. I don't know. It really depends how much I get paid with this.
All
you
right.
know. Depends how much I decide to work because I'm doing truck driving. Depends how much I want to drive. But maybe I'll hopefully have a suit by then. Probably not. It's gonna be expensive as fuck with the
Well,
ideas
you
I
can always
have.
get Lemon Brat.
With the
Good
ideas I
God,
have,
no.
it's not gonna work with their design.
Lemon brat.
Please no. So for me, the best, I have a tie for two of them.
I know which the best one's gonna be, but okay.
I know, and one of them is not considered a furry convention by most standards. But of course, the two that I think are like the best for 2019 are, ironically, Anthrocon and BronyCon.
Of course, it's BronyCon.
Gay.
No, I mean this year's BronyCon, they ended on just an amazing event. It actually, what I kept on telling people is that it actually brought back memories of 2015, and back then that was back when they at the time had their largest BronyCon ever at over 10,000 attendees, and it was really beautiful and magical. To see all those people, see so many people happy, see so many people from all different types of different fandoms and walks of life coming together to see the final BronyCon. And we really just could not have ended that on a better note. I really loved how BronyCon 2019 came together, and I really loved the fact that that I was part of that in a small way. And I really do miss working for BronyCon even now. But also, Anthrocon kind of felt the same way in a very magical sense. Seeing the convention and seeing the community just come together like that, it was just an amazing experience.
We're on two broad ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't like Anthrocon because you felt it was too big. But I liked Anthrocon because of how close knit it felt, and how it just felt like everybody was.
You felt like it was close knit and fantastic. I felt it was very loose and
Yeah,
fight for your selfish.
yeah, and of course that's also my first time at Anthrocon. I'm sorry. How many times have you come to Anthrocon?
That would have been my fucking second or third time. Third time, yeah. That would have been my third time. Because I went there 1 year before. Then yeah, that was my third Anthrocon I've been to, and that one was like the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Maybe I wasn't drunk enough.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, I don't want to say that you need alcohol to have fun at a convention, because otherwise that convention sucks. I'm just gonna say it right there.
Maybe for you, it's fun for me. I usually end up at parties. Anyway.
So what's our worst convention for 2019?
Worst fucking convention? Ooh.
Yeah, go ahead, Sharky.
I don't know. I
Silox?
hate everyone equally, so.
Silox, you wanna chime in?
Silox, did you even say what your fucking favorite shit was?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I can't hear him.
I can't hear him either. I can't hear the dead air that he usually brings in.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I was muted for whatever reason on my end. No, my worst was Furthermore 2019.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, due to relationship problems. That's why.
Oh,
Well, that's
yes.
not the con's fault.
That's not the
No,
well,
but it ruined my convention.
Well, this year was their final year in Tyson's Corner, and
Actually, you know what?
I had
No,
some issues.
I
had
will
some
ding
issues
the
this
con for the fact that the hotel staff, and again, this isn't the con's fault necessarily, but the hotel staff were incredibly nonchalant. Not going to say rude, but they were kind of just, I don't know.
They're acting petty about them leaving.
Yeah. And then there was construction, and we couldn't find a parking space, so we had to park in the garage.
Oh,
and
that was fun. I fucking drifted around the construction area.
It's like really bad, but
Well, I personally will ding Furthermore 2019 for one thing, and that is routing the fursuit parade through the guest rooms on the
That was
base
weird.
floor
That
the base
felt a
floor
little
of
fucked.
Yeah, that I don't know who decided that, but
Me.
it felt like the fursuit parade split apart, and one group went into the actual route, and the other group that we were in just kind of went through the guest rooms,
Furry
and
It
a
was
lot of people
very
didn't like
weird. It
that.
was very like, are we going the right way kind of feeling.
Yeah.
I think I decided that.
No. Well,
I thought we're all like following someone
good
until
job,
they were
Sarlacc.
Yeah,
You
I
routed
told.
us through some
Yeah,
guest
I
rooms.
I told Kit. Yeah, you should do it this way.
Great job. Great
Hell
job,
yes.
Sarlacc.
I literally thought we were going to end up in someone's room and have like a giant room party. It's like, all right, let's get fucked up.
All right.
I'll leave my sister outside the fucking room and we'll do have fun.
Yeah.
Uh, now, I gotta say, for this year,
Mm-hmm.
the worst furry con that I've been to, that I actually registered for and all that, is there's got to be MFF 2019. Because
Really?
yeah, it really only got good after like Saturday. Like right about Saturday evening is when for me it started getting good, which is like, half the con is already done. And a lot of other shit happened that wasn't the con's fault, but a lot of other shit happened that was the con's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole thing that we covered with the lanyards. They only had the badges. They didn't have any lanyards. They things with the fursuit menagerie. I didn't enjoy that. But also just in just taking it all in, taking in all the preparation that goes into going to MFF. It's a lot of preparation, and I expect when I go to MFF, considering how much preparation I put into it, that it would be a good time. And this is the second time I've been to MFF, and it's never risen beyond a meh kind of con. So, so that unfortunately led to me calling MFF 2019 my final year. It's just too much preparation going on for just to me to have just a very just blah experience. And it isn't because I took Southwest or because my hotel was half a mile away. No, it wasn't because of that. It was because of a bunch of other things. Like I feel like
Line
MFF
con.
MFF is just it's
Was it a
still.
line con this year as well?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
If you got your badge on
Oh
Friday
my
or Thursday,
God.
if you got your badge on
Dude.
Thursday, yes, you were standing in line for 4 hours.
Let me tell you how bad it was. It was too. It got so bad. They were literally. I don't mean when I say auctioning off. I don't mean they were literally auctioning off badges, but they were calling out people's names like you're at an auction just to give you your badge. I don't know
Yeah.
what the issue was or why they couldn't print the badge out at the computer like most cons do, but MFF made it totally difficult.
What I
Their-
heard was
their
that
printer-
it was alphabetical. So as people are signing in, it would fucking reset the fucking way. So
Oh
I
no
feel
no no.
bad for anyone that has a name other than starting with A.
Well, what also happened was that their printer for the badges was overheating. The printer that was working, that the only printer that was working to print out the badges was overheating. So of course that took time to they had to cool it down and then print more badges, and it caused a mess. But also what was funny is that you had fursuiters like Kaim and Boof. They actually had some fun with this. Kaim wrote on his badge, "Water is just diet pee," and they enjoyed the MFF staff calling that out for a good minute. And Boof, he wrote on his badge, "Mersuit Jesus." So imagine imagine
God.
having to hear that being called out while you're waiting for your badge.
Ah, glory.
Yes. Uh, okay, so moving right along. Best and worst memes. Let's start with the best of 2019. Best meme of 2019.
Oh,
There's
for
too
me.
many memes to rate them at this point.
So, for me, it's a tie between the clown memes and the cat, the yelling at the cat. The one where the two ladies are yelling at the cat.
Oh, that's a great meme.
Yeah.
That's a great meme. I
Have you?
love that meme.
Did you see the episode? Did you see where that meme came from?
No, but I
It
did see somebody made a little video where it's the two ladies are arguing at a Popeyes, and then on the other frame is just the cat is just snickering, and he's wearing the Popeyes hat and the apron, and he's standing behind a sign that says, "Sorry, chicken sandwich is sold out," something like that. That's just great. That's awesome. Bravo TLC, if you're listening, I'm pretty sure you're not. You need to definitely consider filming Real Housewives of Popeyes. I would watch that shit.
I would. I will admit I watch Real Housewives, mostly because I love the drama and the fact that these women have nothing else going on in their lives except to start drama and act petty as fuck. And
Hmm.
so this is great. Th- This is great. So this is where the meme actually came from. Um,
Hmm.
yeah. So it's fucking hilarious. Like she
Yes.
gets like unnecessarily like upset over some petty ass drama, and it's like, really, Taylor, calm down. It's not that important. Yeah, you're judging me. Stop it. It's like, God, Taylor, shut up. You're so whiny. But yeah, that's like my favorite meme. Well, it's tied for my favorite meme this year.
Okay, what's the other meme?
The clown meme.
Oh, the clown meme, yeah.
Yes, I love the clown shit. That's funny. The calling people clowns is always funny.
Yeah. Uh, for me, um, I'm sorry, but my memes are very simple. You can entertain me with the big ass B and E and H. Do you see where I'm going with this? It's just
Oh
random
God.
letters. Just using random letters. B, E, B, E. Like that it's just great because it's just so simple, and it's just it's so universal. You could stick B on anything and suddenly it's funny. Like Silox, your name is not Bilox.
Bylocks.
Yeah, that's why we called you on our way to the zoo yesterday. We called you Bilox.
I deserve
What?
all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you do. Yeah, yeah, you do. Uh, all right. I think we're making some great
Sharky, what was
headway.
your favorite meme?
I don't have one. I told you this in the beginning. I know so many fucking neat memes. I can't rate them. It's ridiculous.
Okay, so what do we think is the worst meme of 2019?
Oh boy. Huh. Was this the year that people did the Tide Pod shit?
No, that was last year.
God, okay.
But this year we actually came up with an edible Tide Pod.
Okay, let me look at the
Thank you,
memes.
Glenn Levitt.
Let me look at the memes
People
for
aren't
2019.
fucking dying over fucking Tide Pods because they can fucking eat alcohol now.
All right, some of the memes for 2019. Oh yeah, they're gonna tell my kids. Oh, I hated that shit so much. It was
What?
like, you're gonna tell. You haven't seen that meme where it's like, I'm gonna tell my kids such and such. So there's one that says, I'm gonna tell my kids in
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I
2055
remember that.
that this was Justin Trudeau and it's Mr. Popo in blackface from
Oh
Dragon
my
Ball Z.
god. Oh god, that's
Oh
terrible.
boy.
Oh, you know what? Cybertruck, is that a good meme? Because I know a bunch of people that were triggered over Cybertruck this year. I mean, it was so good that I was just using Cybertruck as vibe checks.
That's five checks.
Yes, vibe check Cybertruck.
Oh my god. No, I think my least favorite meme would have to be, if I had to choose one, it would have to be the whole bird box shit. Um, it's so stupid. I hate that shit so much. Like,
It wasn't
really,
even that good of a movie either.
it wasn't. It was so dumb.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to blindfold yourself and just do stupid shit like that all day? Like, you
Because
literally can't see.
whatever the monster was in the movie, if you looked, I mean, if you actually was like, if you had your eyes open and looking, the monster would come at you and petrify you, and you die. That was, or it would no, it would actually no, no. What happened is that like it would hypnotize you into doing
Hmm.
some really crazy shit to make you kill yourself, and to make you kill other people. It was really really bizarre. Like apparently a bunch of people enjoyed it, but I didn't. I thought it was just a really dumb premise.
So dumb that people put blindfolds on their faces and decided to get into cars and drive.
Yeah,
Like,
that's just dumb shit. That is
yeah,
just so dumb.
it was.
That's as dumb as Twitch in a ditch.
Twitch in a ditch.
Yeah, when you do you remember when Twitch plays Pokemon? Then
Twitch.
yeah, remember
Are we talking
when
about Twitch, the Twitch that we know, or
yeah,
Twitch?
Twitch as in the streaming service.
Oh, I
People would
thought you
get on
meant.
Twitch.
I
People
thought
would
you
get
meant
on Twitch
the
and
furry person named Twitch.
enter in their their inputs for the character in a game, and just make the character just like spin around in a circle because nobody can make a decision. And and then I'd suggested, you know what would be great next?
Hmm.
Twitch drives a car, and then somebody would be like, you know, that would be called what? Twitch in a ditch. And that's exactly what that is.
That is terrible.
What?
That's a bad idea.
Of course it's a bad idea. That's why I suggested it. Anyway,
That's bad. That's like really bad.
yeah.
That oh,
Okay.
and an
Yeah, go
honorable
ahead.
mention goes to the Area 51 stuff.
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, that's
A
not
bunch of
funny.
people actually fell for that and actually went to Area 51 and they just stood around like a bunch of nerds for an hour. Because
Yeah,
of course they weren't getting in.
I
What
blame you.
they were really thinking they could Naruto rush into
That was
Area
funny.
51?
Okay, the Naruto guy was funny though. Like that guy was funny. The rest of it though was so lame and dumb
Who
and
the hell thought that up?
some guy on Facebook.
Oh god.
Yeah, it was supposedly a joke, but people thought it was real. So real, in fact, that the U.S. government had to put out a statement that they're aware of this and they stand ready to defend Area 51 from people.
Oh
So,
jeez.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
People, do not try and sneak onto Area 51. You will be either shot, arrested, or abducted by aliens. So,
Yeah, that's true.
I want to be abducted. Abduct me, daddy.
You're going to get probed anally.
Infect me with your love and fill me with your
Stop,
poison.
stop, 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 stop. That
I
is
love
too
that
R
song.
rated for this podcast.
This isn't what?
That's too R rated for
This
this
is a not
podcast.
safe for work podcast. Are you fucking serious?
That's not safe for life.
What? To say
That, all
to
that.
say I want to be.
That's a terrible song. And you
No,
should be
it's not.
ashamed of
It's
yourself.
Katy Perry's best song, by the way.
Katy Perry is trash.
No, she's not. It's her
We're gonna be
best song.
talking. We're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be talking about.
She would date me if
Okay, let's move on. Let's actually move into that.
Uh huh.
Oh, Sharky's left. I don't know
His
what is going on
internet.
with Sharky's. Oh, god damn it! He's got to fix that if we're gonna do live podcasts on Twitch, because we can't have him like dropping in and out of a live podcast.
Well, it could be like Kramer from Seinfeld who drops in and out of the show,
Yeah, but that's gonna look bad on us.
but he can be Kramer minus the N-word saying stuff.
Well, he actually never said the N word on Seinfeld. So, I mean, I
It's
try
a
to
show
take
about nothing.
Try to take Michael Richards and Kramer and like try to separate the two because I do love Kramer.
I'll
Hold
be
up.
honest. I never watched Seinfeld before. Never seen it.
Oh,
It's like I've never seen Friends, but I know it's overrated as fuck, and that only white people watch Friends because they have no sense of humor. I shouldn't say that. That's kind of racist, but I don't care. It's just going on Twitter, and they don't care. It's Twitter.
yeah.
Hi, Sharky.
Internet decided to be like,
Is
fuck
he
you
here?
again.
Sharky, we're gonna go to Comcast, and just beat the
Why
fuck out of him
Comcast?
because that's his internet provider. I'm guessing.
Oh, there he is
It's
again.
not the internet though, like the router. It's literally my laptop goes like, "Oh, you're doing something? Well, let me just shut off the wireless network
Okay,
adapter real quick, and you
who
have to
made your
reset
laptop?
it." Plus, I also have really nothing to say. So,
Who made your laptop?
Toshiba.
All right, we're gonna go to Toshiba and beat the shit out of them.
Good luck with that.
Okay,
They're all the
let's
way in Japan.
Hell
let's
yeah, anime girl time.
let's skip best and worst furry drama because there's no such thing as best furry drama.
I'm just here.
I mean, do
got
we
no
want to
idea
talk
what
about
to
the
talk
worst furry
about.
drama? We could talk about that.
Uh, the worst furry drama.
Yeah.
It's all bad. It's gone to the point where
I
it's
know.
fucking boring.
It's
Well,
bad.
it's not bad if it's funny. If it makes us laugh, it's great.
Like, if it's funny furry drama, then okay, it's good. But if it's like just boring, or if it's really just plain
Petty.
petty and not funny,
That's all it's
then
been lately. It's just petty drama. Everyone needs to hate each other in a funny fashion.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
like the recent shit with Briar Puppy, like that is so petty and unfunny, and it's just sad to see.
No, you
Like,
know what's funny about that furry drama? Briar Puppy got blocked on Twitter.
yeah, yeah,
See, it is funny. It is funny when they get their just desserts.
Oh, here's something that's funny.
Go ahead.
Can we talk about how the news isn't coming to New Year's Fur Bowl?
Yes. We
Oh
can talk
yes,
about
go
that.
ahead.
That shit made me laugh, and they're like, "I'm sorry, guys. People are upset, so we're not gonna let them in." I'm like, "Wow, you guys have no fucking spine."
So context for that. This was about I want to say 2 weeks ago. New Year's Furry Ball. The staff for that announced in the chat that they were going to have people from USA Today or the Delaware News Journal, whatever it's called, out to come out to the event and take pictures of fursuiters. Well, some people, and they were all non-fursuiters in the chat, got upset because they thought they were going to be have photos taken of them, when it turned out that no, the news was specifically asked to only take pictures of fursuiters. They were
But I
required
need
by
my
that.
equal attention.
So yeah, I don't. So when I get why people are kind of concerned about that because they don't want their faces shown out in the public because some people work certain jobs where they don't want to, make it known that they're furries, or they don't want to be put in compromising positions with photos. But at the same time, this was
We need the furry fandom needs publicity.
um
Positive.
It needs
Yes.
good publicity,
Good.
positive publicity.
like
Which
the
I think
Converse
taking a
shit.
picture
That's
of a bunch
positive.
of fursuiters would have been good.
Yes.
Be like,
But, like,
hey, look who's
yes.
back. Look who's giving us this, the city fucking money and keeping us afloat and
Yeah.
donating to charities. That kind
Yeah.
of shit. I doubt they're gonna go into room parties and be like, oh my god, they're fucking. How dare these grown ass adults
I mean-
sexually fuck?
I mean, if they can come in. I'm not gonna judge them. I'm not gonna say don't come
no
in.
newspaper's taking a picture of my teeny weenie, okay?
Nah.
Your teeny weenie. It's not that small.
It was a joke.
Oh,
You
I mean, not that
slow
I've
son
seen
of a
it.
bitch.
I've seen it. Well,
We all
God
know
damn
it's
it.
above average. We get it. I'm saying teeny weeny because it's a joke. You're terrible. You killed it. Now no one's talking.
All right.
Anyway.
Okay, Dad. Thank
I
you.
find it
Okay,
fucking
so-
hilarious how everyone was like, literally just a few people complained, and they're like, "Oh, we lost their spine. We can't let them in."
That's how it. That's how
But
it
you
is
know
in
what?
a lot
It
of-
was the non. It was the non-suitors who were doing that shit too. It's
And
like
what
I don't
annoys
understand
me
what
is,
their-
like,
what their
people will be
problem was.
upset
No.
about this shit
their issue
for
was
no fucking good reason.
they
know
thought
they're
that
gonna
they
be there
were.
only for taking pictures of fursuiters, and they only have the actual fucking authority to take pictures of people in suit. That's it.
Yeah.
Everyone else they
Yeah.
have to blur out. There's a thing called privacy.
Yeah, and that was even stated in the chat by Safi Prince Mai and several others that they were only going to take pictures of fursuiters. Everybody else was going to be blurred out or digitally altered out, or however they do that shit. So
Hmm.
there's
What they're
no
probably gonna
need.
do is take pictures during like the meet and greets and shit,
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
which I'm pretty sure is all they're gonna do.
Yeah.
But now we have to cancel it and make it look like we have no fucking spine, and it
Mm.
makes us all look bad.
Well, they're not the only convention that just lost their spine on policies and other promises that they made.
Oh yeah, there were a
I'm
lot
not
of
going to do a
those.
call out, but they know who they are, or they don't. I don't know. Whatever.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
let's
that's
move.
almost all cons I've seen.
Yeah.
Every
Let's.
con I've seen, except for like a very select few,
Drew
have
Lock.
decided to lose their spines and be like, "Fuck it, we're not doing it."
All right. So let's move on to the movie category, best and worst of 2019. Silox, you have a lot to say about this category. Go ahead.
The best movie of this year?
Yes.
Oh my god, I don't. What even came out this year
I
that
mean,
I
you
even
had
saw?
you had you
Oh,
had a
that's
lot of
right, Avengers. That came out this year? Yeah, that's right, that did.
yes. Endgame
Okay, Endgame
came
is the
out
best
this year.
movie of this year. Anybody who says otherwise can go fuck themselves. I will fight you. Final Destination, no items. The worst movie this year is without a doubt Arctic Dogs. That is the worst movie.
You didn't even watch that.
It is terrible.
You didn't even watch
I
it.
don't have to watch it to know that it's bad. Here's how I know it's bad. It is so bad that furries refused. They refused to make porn of it. Like they all out refused to do pornography
They
of it.
still made porn of it.
There's like two
Like,
images of it, all
well,
by the same person.
they made it. Eventually, they made it.
By the same person. And
Well,
it's
see
not even hot porn of
that
Schlifty.
the movie has its fans, a small but strong
Oh,
legion of fans. I'm surprised you didn't call out another certain movie that.
I need to process that. To no, I'm still processing that film.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Come on now, you have the floor. You're not going to be able
Here's
to
my
talk about this another
Bro,
episode.
real quick with the Arctic Dogs thing. Here's my thing about that. That is clearly a cash grab made by by a company that I've never heard of. I don't think they've ever made
They made
another.
Norm of the North.
Though that explains something. That's why it was shitty. Yeah, I don't like Swifty. I think he's an annoying little bitch, and if I ever saw him on the streets, I would knock the fuck out of him. And I will fight him any day of the week. And I know he's a twink and a bottom. That's all I know. I mean, he looks like a bottom.
He's a fox. Of course, he's a
All
bottom.
foxes are bottoms, especially Arctic foxes. They're bottoms. They're bottom as fuck. But so I saw Star Wars today. That is my honorable mention for worst movie of 2019. What can I say as
I like
someone
how my friends said
who
that. It was like they're like, "Oh, it's a good movie." I was excited. I'm like, "Thank God they're bringing back a good Star Wars." Oh, how boy they destroyed my fucking hope.
so as someone who likes Star Wars in general,
I like Star Wars. Fucker.
and follows the lore, I had high hopes for this, and
Bitch,
I
I watch
shouldn't.
Legends.
I
Or
should
Reddit
I should
comments.
not have had high hopes for this. Now, granted, it was better than The Last Jedi, but that bar is so low that, putting
Anything
Rey on
can
a
go
screen
over that.
naked could be better than that. But other than that, this movie was so confusing. It tried to do way too many things in a span of 2 hours and 22 minutes, and I had more questions than answers. Uh, it's bad. It's so bad, and I can see now why that this movie pisses off both casual fans and hardcore Star Wars lovers. I can see why it does that. Like it really pisses people off. It's garbage. It's hot garbage.
See, the problem that people that hate this movie had is that they took in the lore that they presented in this movie too literally, too canonically correct, and they walked out being very, very disappointed because now they have to process all of that into the original canon, and none of it makes sense. Instead, you should go into the movie theater thinking, "Oh yeah, this is going to be hot garbage, and I know this is going to be fan fiction, but whatever, I'm going to have a good time anyway." And I
So,
did. I had a good time watching Sarlacc get upset over it.
so literally, this is canon now. This is canon now.
And you know what? That's terrible.
It
It
shouldn't.
it should not be canon.
No, and the only reason why this is like that is because of Ryan Johnson decided to fuck up everything in the second one.
Yeah.
If he had not fucked everything up, I guarantee you, Palpatine would not even be in this film because his existence in this is only because we have to now tell the reason why Snoke existed. That it's always been Palpatine from the beginning. Okay,
Hmm.
when that Palpatine's existence shouldn't even be a thing because he was killed back in the original trilogy. But now we're bringing him back, so we're fucking over the canon, basically because we have to have some continuity with the Last Jedi in order to make things, seem, kind of understandable. But by doing this, they made things way more confusing. I'm sorry, you're telling me Snoke was Palpatine all along? You're telling me Rey is Palpatine's granddaughter? Are you serious right now? Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Who the fuck would fuck
Holy shit!
Palpatine? Have you seen that nigga? He is rankly and ugly and old. His
I'm
dick might
pretty
not
sure it
even
wasn't
work.
consensual.
Oh,
And I'm pretty sure he didn't do it while he was a wrinkly old bag of.
he must
And
have done it while he was still the Supreme Chancellor. Either that or he
Rape.
artificially
He's a
impregnated
Sith.
somebody.
They don't believe in your feelings, only their own.
So I have more questions than answered. Fucking Ray had a lightsaber in her fucking staff the entire time. It's implied by that now. And she just figured that out. Don't say, well, she did it while you weren't looking bullshit. Fucking exposition. No, she had a lightsaber in her staff the entire fucking time. And
You know
we
what
find out
annoys me?
at the end.
They had whole movies dedicated for training up the past Jedi, building character, showing that, hey, these guys are actually trained and know what the fuck they're doing. Rey's like, I have the Force! I'm instantly a god! They all live in me!
Now,
but
to
I
be
gotta
Why
say
couldn't they
that.
do it
but
all
now,
Jedi then?
now to be fair though, with that, remember she is related to Palpatine, so I
That
can
means she should have all
understand
the Sith.
why that they have that. Why she's able to do that. At the same time, she was OP from the start. Like
And what
holy
annoys me is
fuck.
that being a Palpatine doesn't fucking matter. If that were the case, all Skywalkers were fucking G from the moment they're born.
I think they were. They just needed training. But with I was about to say
Okay, listen,
Liffy.
that was a horrible example. We're taking that back, but still. Now that I think about it, that's a terrible
Yes.
fucking example. That's
Starlocks,
fucking
I'm
killed
surprised.
myself at that point.
I'm surprised for best movie you didn't mention Godzilla King of the Monsters.
But this is what annoys me is the fact that he says, "Hey, if I die, all the Sith end up talking to you, Rey," which means he could have offed himself and saved himself the fucking trouble.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. This is what's gonna happen. The galaxy's safe right now, right? But here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna have someone else come along and try to do the exact same shit. It's gonna happen in 10
The
years.
final order. I thought that
Yes.
shit was fucking hilarious.
We're going to bring about the final order. And then
And
10
that
years
annoys
later,
me.
someone else is
Fucking
gonna come
final
along
order.
and
You
do
got the
that
first
too.
order. You got order 16. Like the dude's not very imaginative.
Well, Palpatine's fucking amazing, but I do think they kind of wasted his potential in this film.
Or the fact that all of a sudden they can heal people because they have the life force in them.
Yeah. Oh, but here's my favorite. They were literally reaching through. I forgot what it was called, but they had this connection where they were reaching through.
They're reaching through the force and somehow managed to bring physical materials
Yes,
through it.
I've never seen
Yeah.
that before.
Neither have I.
I'm
That was
pretty-
bizarre.
Like, that's what I'm saying. They're like reaching for everything, adding this new shit, and just hopping around everywhere. And I'm like, why doesn't he just stab her through the fucking force when she's not paying attention?
I could have killed you, but I left you alive. Like, okay, bro, cool.
Like he sounds like a fucking like wannabe gangster guy who realizes, hey, maybe killing people isn't a good thing.
Yeah. Oh, it took you that much. It took you that to have a change of heart. Really, really, Kylo. Your mom. Okay, okay, bro. Cool. I believe that. It's
Oh
called
yeah,
The Rise of
listen, I found
Skywalker,
this and I'm gonna post it into the
but
chat.
the Skywalkers are all dead.
No, no, yeah, that. But
Anyway, um, moving on because we took way too much time on that.
that's funny.
You know what? I just, I don't know.
Salox, if
This
you
annoys me.
Salox,
I'm getting my money back.
you were getting irritated
No,
about us taking so much time about
no,
different topics. Now
no,
I'm trying to
no.
tell people to shut up and move
No.
on,
I'm getting
and you're
no.
still going on
I'm
this
getting my
topic.
fucking money back through you. Disney, if you're listening to this, I paid $31 to see your shitty ass movie. Okay, I want my fucking money back, all of
I
it.
got to see it for free because I got a free
All right,
private showing as well as
I
free
will
food.
show up to your house,
You could have
Bob
seen it for
Iger.
free, but you decided to go to work.
Yes, I work for a living. I
Yeah,
use
you
your
decided
taxpayer
to
money to be
do the
throwing
right adult
trash.
responsible thing, and so now you have to pay to
Lifty,
go see it.
Lifty.
Yes.
We're all going to Bob Iger's house now.
Moving on.
Great, I'm gonna have to edit this out. God damn it.
Yeah. Best and worst TV show. Let's go.
The worst TV show? Can I say Fox News for the worst?
No.
Damn it. Okay. Um, fuck. I don't really watch TV shows. I'm too poor to get Netflix, so which is funny because I spent 6 grand on a fursuit. I know. Uh, what's a shitty TV show that's on? Can I say the Weather Channel is the best? Yeah, the Weather Channel is the best TV show. The worst. Oh, here's the worst. This is gonna cause some controversy. You all know that show Beastars, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the worst.
What do you mean worst? It hasn't even released on
Beastars is the
Netflix
worst.
yet.
It's the worst. I don't like Beastars
Why?
because it's overrated. Actually, no, 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 no,
You
no, no,
say
no.
everything
No.
you don't agree with
No,
is overrated.
no,
I've
no,
noticed.
not Beastars. Has Been Hotel is the worst TV show.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't like
Yeah.
it. I don't like Has Been Hotel.
You know what? I'm just not gonna show you anything anymore. How
What?
about
It's
that?
not a good show.
You know, I'm just done with you already.
What the heck is so good about it? Have you seen it?
I am fucking done.
Okay, no. The
You have
best,
lost
no,
your fucking
no,
privilege with me, buddy.
no, no. The best thing about that show is when Angel no, is when the radio dude asked Angel Dust what they can do, and she's like, "What can?" She's like, "I can suck your dick," and like that's funny. Like that is funny. That's generally hilarious. Other than that, I was not interested in it. I'm not saying it's a bad show. I'm not saying it's the worst thing out there. I'm just saying it, for whatever reason, it has gotten way too much praise when it's not really that innovative. It's like, ha ha ha, we're a bunch of, cartoon characters, cussing and being, brash and inappropriate. Like, what's so different than that? That's like
That's
South
the
Park.
whole fucking point.
Well,
Is
okay.
to have no hard hold bars fucking ready to go.
I mean, I can watch South Park for that.
Was that it?
I don't
All
know.
this-
I just have nothing to fucking say right now.
Don't
You
you
and the
have
editing.
something, Lifty?
Yes.
Well, we're waiting on
So,
you.
all right. So, best TV show has got to go to the newest season of BoJack Horseman, just because it actually just brings a lot of shit together, and I know that it ends on it ends on a cliffhanger, but at the same time, from that show, I learned that Margot Martindale is an actual person, and in the show, she is voiced by Margot Martindale.
Wait, who?
Character actress Margot Martindale.
I don't think I know her. The name sounds familiar.
Well, just Google her.
Hold up. Oh, that person. Okay, I know who you're talking about now. The name sounds like really familiar. What has she been in before? Let me see. Oh, she was on Justified apparently. She's been in a lot of movies, but she's been in a lot of supporting roles, like Walk Hard, The Dewey Cox Thing, A Million Dollar Baby, which is, by the way, Million Dollar Baby is an excellent movie. Really love that movie. But okay, she's done like Tony stuff, things on Broadway, and she plays a fictional version of herself in BoJack Horseman.
Yes. Now the worst TV show. Jesus, I don't know what to say
Don't say Rick and
because
Morty.
well,
Oh, please
I
don't.
don't really watch a lot of
Okay.
television, so I just like watch only a few things
Hmm.
and just focus on that. I don't know why in the hell you would say Beastars would be the
I
worst
was
because
trying to.
that hasn't even released on Netflix yet.
Well, it's
It's going to be releasing in 2020.
well, it's released out on in Japan.
I know, but I I know it's released in Japan, but that doesn't mean that it's released in America for American consumption.
So actually, based on what I'm reading, apparently many consider BoJack to be one of the best television series of the 2010s and one of the best animated series of all time because it is lauded for its realistic take on dealing with depression, trauma, addiction, oh my god, self-destructive behavior,
Yes.
racism, sexism, sexuality, and the human experience. Good lord. Who made this show? Good god. Wow. I've never seen BoJack Horseman. Like I said, I'm too poor to afford Netflix, so um, I'm just shocked that it's. I didn't realize it was such a great show. So let's see. The next thing that we have up is that's Daniel Craig. Next is I can't even see. Best and worst month. Oh boy. The
I'm going to say for the best month, December, because this year, December was Dickcember.
Yeah, there was a lot of dicks being put out on the internet. Weirdly, a lot of nudes, and I don't know why people were doing that. Worst month for me was April. Yeah, April was the worst month for reasons I won't discuss.
April.
Yes,
Why?
I broke up. We
Oh, right, that's
relationship
right.
shit. Yeah. Um, Best month was January.
Go ahead.
I got in a relationship.
Oh.
I know, right? Yeah. Well, no. Well, yeah, January technically, but yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. All in all, I'd say 2019 has been. Oh my God, this year has been weird. It's been fucking crazy. I don't know. Like I showed you the Twitter post I'm gonna post on the 31st.
Hmm.
About what described what 2019 is like, and it's a very accurate description, honestly, of this year. It's weird.
Hold on a minute. I'm. You remember what I think of 2019?
Yes, yeah, that video.
Yeah, 2019 summarized in 6 seconds. This sucks, man.
What the hell?
And then best and worst Twitter trends for 2019.
Twitter twin. Twitter ah.
Twitter trends.
That's like a tongue twister for me. Twitter Twitter trends. See, there we go. I have to tard my voice a bit. The best
Yeah.
one has to be the N word because everybody
Yes.
had a free N word pass that day.
Yes, that was great.
Um,
Free N-word pass to everybody, courtesy of Twitter.
the worst trends on Twitter.
Do you remember "Eat the Babies" when
That was
hashtag "Eat the
trending.
Babies" was trending?
Seriously, that was a trend.
Yes, yes, that was because that one crazy lady
Oh
that
yeah,
decided to crash
AOC's thing.
AOC's
Yeah.
town hall. She wanted to. We must eat bebes.
Oh my god.
We have to start eating bebes.
You only have 10 years left.
We only have 12 years left. There was a scientist in Sweden that said we could eat dead people, but no, that's not enough.
Oh
So we
my
have to
god.
start eating bebes. I don't know if I can say that's the worst because that's pretty fucking funny. That's the best.
I the fact that people actually believe that this was a real constituent of Miss Ocasio Cortez's district says so much about just how far we've fallen as a society. Like you can't even
Well,
tell what's real or fake anymore.
I'm not gonna say any nice words about AOC because,
I know. I'm just
but
saying.
at the same time, this was so far reaching that I'm just like, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, it shows you like you can't even tell what's real or fake anymore. Cause like used to be you could tell like some shit was satire or fake, but now it's like you can't even tell. There's so many fucking crazy people out there and people who legitimately believe crazy shit that you can't tell if they're trolling or if they're like legit. And it's crazy. And I'll do this. This person isn't, well, this thing isn't really a trend, but here's my thing. The worst person on Twitter for 2019. And I'm going to get political for a minute. I don't really care. The worst person on Twitter for 2019 is our president. Like,
Well, of course,
legit.
he's been the worst. He's been the worst Twitter shit poster
Like,
for the past 4 years.
like,
I mean, that's kind of like a no brainer.
Like at first when he started in 2017, okay, yeah, it's funny, we get it, you make you say bombastic shit. Nowadays though, it's so not funny and it's just so bizarre and wild to see him just say stupid shit on Twitter. It's like what the fuck are you doing? Do you just wake up every morning and watch Fox and sit on the toilet and just tweet? Like, who
He probably
does
does.
this, man?
He probably does.
That's like boomer energy right there. Like that's something I expect some boomers to do. Like the stuff that you send out on Twitter is so stupid. Like grow up, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously, grow the fuck up. You're like 70 something. Like act your age, man.
Do you really want him to act like 77-year-old men?
I'd rather he do that than put his emotions on the internet where they don't belong.
Well, it's not even him posting his emotions. It's more like just him, just like
Bullshitting.
putting his thoughts to Twitter before he actually put some thought into them.
Like this nigga be on Twitter firing people. It's like who does that? Yo, ask me.
Apparently,
Look.
apparently Donald Trump.
Look, it'd
Would,
be the weekend and Donald Trump be firing people on Twitter.
can you imagine that you check your Twitter account? It's like, oh, some people, someone's, oh, the president is talking about me, and then you read it's like
It's like,
at whatchamacallit, you're fired.
like, damn, bro. You,
It's like,
you got
damn.
fired on your day off.
I just got a Twitter pink slip. Shit.
And you know what? Not only him, there are other people too. Antonio Brown. So for y'all, I know most of y'all don't follow sports, but there's a guy named Antonio Brown who is a NFL player. He's crazy. He might have a mental illness, or he might just be plain fucking weird. I don't know. But he, ever since being let go by the Patriots and Raiders and Steelers, he has said some really crazy shit on Twitter. One of his most recent posts was "No white women 2020." Uh, yeah,
What?
yes, he once called. Yes, his Twitter is so bizarre. I don't even understand half the shit he puts out on Twitter. Um, Over Christmas, he attacked his father because his father criticized him and likes his brother more. Yeah, it's and he said his mom is a dyke too. So yeah, there have been a lot of crazy people on Twitter who should not really tweet.
Yeah.
Like O.J. Simpson, he's on Twitter. Shouldn't be on
Yeah.
Twitter.
And yeah.
That's weird.
No, what was really weird is that O.J. Simpson, for the past, or actually for the last, or at the beginning of 2019, he was tweeting that 28 was great, but I'ma kill it in 2019, and I'm like, bruh, hold up. If there's anything you should not ever say again is that it's I'ma kill it for real. Like he should be banned from saying the word kill. He should absolutely be banned from saying that word. And so let's okay. So we talked about the worst Twitterers of 2019. So how about the worst furry Twitterers of 2019? Let's go ahead and
Oh
just
God, Diesel Raccoon.
Diesel.
Yes, he said some really strange shit on Twitter.
He always does.
Him, God, who else is that's a bad? Who else is bad at tweeting? Furry Valley, just in general, Furry Valley. That
Okay.
shit is propaganda that they put out. Like, the mods from Furry Valley are like propaganda pushers. Like stop, guys, come on. Growly, obviously,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Purple fucking fox or purple fox,
Oh
purple
God.
fox, whatever you want to call him. I don't care. I'm not going to try to give him any respect here. If you recognize his name, it's the person that said that told people go out and get chlamydia. It's not the end of the world. Remember that dude?
Oh yeah, I remember
That
that.
was that was he got fucking blasted on Twitter for that stupid shit. Like that was a red hot nuclear take. That was something that should never have even been thought of.
Yeah.
And there he goes, fucking just he's another person that puts his thoughts to Twitter before he puts his thoughts, or he actually thinks about his thoughts.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's not something you should ever say ever, dude.
Yeah, there are certain things you should not say on the internet. That's one of them. Like, keep
I don't
that
even
to yourself, please.
well, even if you keep it to yourself, it is a very very bad take. No ever tell people, "Hey, go get an STD. It's not the end of the world." Like that is some sick ass dumbass shit. Like god damn. Uh so in 2019 we lost a lot of prominent people both within the furry community and outside the furry community. One of those within the furry community that we lost that really broke our hearts was of course Dog Bomb, who passed away
God, that was
in
this year.
April of
Jeez.
this year. Yeah. Um, it was a really heartbreaking moment for a lot of
Yeah,
furries
that was like
because,
the first time I've ever seen the fandom actually not be at its throats for like
yeah,
one day. Everybody was like,
yeah, everybody was thinking about Dog Bomb.
yeah. Then the next day, well, drama started back up, But it
Yeah,
was nice to see all the, memorials and tributes and all that. And he's going to be the Ghost of Honor at Furthermore next year, so, which I think
I,
is a great thing.
I'm so weird about calling him the Ghost of Honor.
I just call him the Guest of Honor. Like, you don't gotta be fancy, but
Yeah, I'm calling.
stop
Well,
my
he
calling.
called himself the Ghost of Honor when he saw the tweet. Do you remember that?
Hmm.
Um, so I found it like really amazing that he was able to just have humor, or he still had his humor about his disease, and and he didn't try to let it just bring him down.
Yeah.
He still tried to have a positive outlook on things, and it was amazing. Even though you know th- his outlook was grim, and he knew where things were going. But yeah, it was amazing that the fandom came together. It was peaceful. They weren't at their throats. So many people donated to the
ALS.
ALS
Hmm.
Association in support of Dog Bomb and also in memory of Dog Bomb, which was amazing. Uh,
Yeah.
and yeah,
I was happy to see that.
yeah,
And it just shows you how great of a community this is when we want to be. Keyword
yeah,
is when we want to be.
yeah. Another person that we lost in 2019 was Arlo, or Rio.
Yeah, that's right.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, he was known as Lustrous Lagomorph on Twitter. I enjoyed his tweets. I don't think I ever actually met him in person, but I enjoyed his tweets and I enjoyed reading them. And he seemed like a very, very down to earth fellow. Like somebody
I'm
that I really just wanted to meet and chat with.
I met him once at the last first gate he was at.
Uh, yeah.
Yes. Uh the one after the charity event that CCFC did. That was in July. So that first gate, he was with K or Key. Um, But yeah, I met him for a brief second there. But yeah, he seemed like a very nice person, and it was a shock to everyone when
Hmm.
we found
Yeah,
out that he unfortunately passed.
yeah. It was, especially to the Philadelphia community, who
Oh yeah,
he helped with their medical, or he was their EMT head for many years, actually. And so it was very sad to say goodbye to him. Of course, Philadelphia, they had a very respectful and a very nice service for him for this year.
they did.
Yeah.
And some other people not in the community who we did lose. Um, God, who did we lose this year?
Well, this year, actually, this December, we lost one of my childhood influences that I've listened to all through my life, and that is Marie Fredriksson from Roxette. She passed away this year at the age of 61 after battling cancer for 17 years. Uh, she was one half of the duo of Roxette, and
Hmm.
I've been a fan of Roxette since I was like 6 years old. It may seem weird to a lot of people that I was so latched on to a 90s band, but they were kind of like my childhood, my adolescence, my adulthood. I've listened to them almost all my life. And when I saw the news that Marie Fredriksson passed away, I was in tears when I listened to her songs again because she had
Yeah,
such a great voice. She had such control over her emotion in her voice. It was amazing. It was an She had an incredible voice. She had an incredible stage presence. She was incredible on the piano. She could be her own band if she wanted to. Um,
hmm,
so it was a really heartbreaking time to um, this the beginning of December to actually come back to come back from MFF, and then I see in the news that, oh my
yeah,
goodness, Marie Fredriksson passed away.
yeah. Some
Yeah.
other people who we did lose. Danny Aiello, who was um, best known for his time in The Godfather 2.
Hmm.
Juice World, a rapper, he unfortunately died at Midway after
Yeah.
a medical emergency. Nipsey Hussle, a very influential hip hop artist, a community activist, was shot dead in L.A. John Witherspoon, known as Pops from the Friday series and on the
Yeah.
Boondocks.
We
Eddie
also
Money
Oh
died.
yes, Eddie
Yeah.
Money and Rick Ocasek. Eddie Money, of course, he was Eddie Money, and of course Rick Ocasek from the Cars passed away this year. Didn't we also lose Steven Hillenberg,
Mm,
or was that last year?
that was last year. Because
Okay.
they wanted to play the song at the Super Bowl, but that was
Oh, that's
last
right.
year.
That's right. That's right. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Who else? Who else? Oh, Peter Mayhew. He was Chewbacca in the original
yes,
trilogy.
yes,
Uh,
and also Peter Fonda from Easy Rider.
mm-hmm.
I don't know if
John's.
you've ever watched that movie, but that's a great movie. If you ever want to get into like the spirit of motorcycling, that will get you into it.
Oh yeah. John Singleton. He made Boys in the Hood, and I totally forgot this, but Luke Perry actually
Yes, Luke
died back
Perry.
in March.
Yes, Luke Perry. He was a very troubled soul. I think he had a lot of issues that he struggled with throughout his life, especially with drug addiction. And I think he was really trying to start a new life and just trying to start clean. And it was sad and very shocking when to the whole world when it was announced that Luke Perry had passed away.
Yeah.
Because I really think that he was really trying his hardest to just start a new life. And yeah,
And for we also lost, unfortunately, we lost um, Elijah Cummings, who was a
yeah,
local politician and
yep,
civil rights
from Baltimore.
activist. But yeah, those are some of the people we lost. Oh, Grumpy Cat also died too.
Yes, Grumpy Cat. So many memes were made
Yes,
from Grumpy Cat.
I don't like sand. And finally, we have what to look forward to in 2020.
Ooh,
The start of a new decade, that's for sure.
yes, the start of a new decade. Um,
You know what I'm gonna say.
Go ahead.
Uh, well, we have an election coming up, so
Yeah,
yeah,
in
I
November, everybody's so
Lord
so
have mercy.
because of that. Yeah, Lord have mercy. There's I'm pretty sure politics in the furry community is going to just be at a fever pitch in
All I'm
2020 simply because there's an election happening
all I'm
in
saying
November.
is this: y'all thought 2016 was bad. This is going to be 100 times worse. Like it's going to be way worse. Like
I'm telling you,
especially with the whole impeachment shit. I'm not. I don't know what's going to happen. This is
If
going to be
Trump
worse.
wins another term,
I might leave this country.
there's gonna be riots in the street.
I
Like there, like you, 2016 is gonna be like a part. It's gonna be like
a walk in the park.
no, not just a walk in the park. It's gonna be like a celebration compared to 2020 if that ever happens.
My God. I yeah. I don't. I yeah. That's I can't. I
But you know
can't.
what?
I'm
2016 was just like what the fuck, man.
I'm
Like
of the
nobody,
belief
it came
that
out from just absolute nowhere.
well, you know what? No one thought America would be crazy enough to nominate someone like that, and no one thought we would actually elect them. But you know what? When you put someone as unlikable as Hillary Clinton up against another unlikable douchebag, you see what happens. So there. I can only hope that a functioning adult beats our current president, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. So all I know is this year is going to be hell, and I will probably be staying off of Twitter in the fall because I don't want to see my timeline turn into political bullshit. I'm just not about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not about that either. I'm just like, oh boy.
I deal with politics at work all day. I don't want to come back to hot takes by people I don't know on Twitter.
Yeah,
No offense. But outside of that, 2020, you're going to have the Olympics in Japan. Yeah, that's great. I'm actually happy for that. That country deserved it, especially after the earthquake that killed all those people. It's going to be great to see them having the Olympics. And actually, they're going to be doing a demonstration of their new maglev train that they've been working on over in Japan.
yeah,
Um, so I think that's great for them. Um, there's going to be lots of good movies coming out. I'm hopeful for myself personally that I'll finally be moving out and into my own house. I don't know where, but you know, despite 2020 looking on the onset as a very bad and crazy and unlikable year, I think there are some positives that will come out of it.
yeah. And within the furry community, we of course have several furry conventions that are opening up in 2020. The first one, of course, is going to be Capital City FurCon, happening January 2nd through the 5th in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We also have Anthro Expo, which is happening. Let me look at my list.
That's in
It's January 31st through February 2nd, 2020,
and
in
that's in
Oklahoma City.
yay
Yeah. Let me see who else is opening in 2020.
Fuss Fest. We're not.
Yeah, you pulled that back. You
Yeah,
pulled that back.
yeah, we ain't. Thank God.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Yeah,
Uh,
that's next year, y'all. What if like Furry Frequencies makes their own furry convention?
that's gonna be a hot mess.
Well, you know, Sharky, he can be the con
Oh
chair,
my God! There is such
and
a thing as an HCon.
I can what?
There's a thing called HCon.
Yes.
Oh my God! I'm so I'm s- I'm giddy now.
We're doing no, fuck that. We're doing Furry Frequencies Con. Y'all
No,
can
we
come
don't want a
here.
con, especially if any of
No,
us are going to be running it.
Yeah, well, I'll run it, and wait, that's a bad idea, no, because then I just be like, ha ha ha, you
then
all
it'll just
suck.
be a macro con.
I mean, maybe, maybe,
Uh huh.
and the ladies can come there and take off their shirts and strip, and I will give them money, and
And you just and you'll me too our convention out of oblivion.
well, you know what? That's an opinion, and opinions are like houses. Everybody lives in one, so yeah.
That's what you got to say to that.
Yes, I do. I don't want to say assholes because that's offensive to kids, man.
Also, what's interesting also is that there is a convention happening in Cheyenne, Wyoming. This is
Stop.
Wyoming's first and only furry convention happening this year, September 25th through the 26th. It's called Forever West,
I
Oh
and
wonder
they
how
are
boy.
that's going to
opening. And
go.
they are what's that?
I wonder how that's going to go.
I am
Since they
too
have that
because
whole area literally on lockdown, since they're the only
Yeah,
ones.
but there's nobody who lives in those states. Like, well, I shouldn't say nobody, but not a lot of furries when you consider the
No one lives
entire
there. It's all empty.
demographics. Yeah, so it's
well,
like,
I mean,
who would
you
come
know,
to that?
well, you know what? If they have the will and the drive and the capacity to run a convention from the ground up, then you know what? My hat's off to them.
All I'm
They're
saying is, we're getting to the point where you can stick a convention in practically every state at this point. Like, it's getting to that point.
like,
Like
is there even a state that doesn't have a furry convention? That's a good
Delaware,
question.
Delaware.
Delaware has,
They don't even have an international airport in Delaware. Like,
they do.
well, no,
They
there's
have,
no. Excuse me.
they have,
There's
they have
no.
will
There's no regularly scheduled commercial air service in Delaware. I should say that.
because they're
I've
they're
flown into
squeezed
Newark
between
plenty of
Baltimore
times.
and Philadelphia. Like between those two, you can pretty much go wherever you want. So like, what is the point? What's the point? Okay, tell me this. What is the point of somebody paying like $200 more to fly out of Delaware when they can fly out of Baltimore
Why would
or
I want to drive to
Philadelphia?
Baltimore? Who drives to Baltimore when you go to fucking Philadelphia?
Well, that's my point. They have they're squeezed between two international airports, two
That's laziness.
large international airports that are much cheaper to fly out of than
Jack off.
like Newcastle.
Okay. Well,
That's why
I
air
would.
service has languished in
Yeah.
Delaware. Same thing with New Jersey. Trenton used to have an airport,
Okay.
but they were like
Uh-huh.
squeezed between Philly and Newark.
Yeah.
So
No, they
like,
got
what is
options.
what was the point of Trenton having an international airport? There just wasn't one.
To be cool. All the cool cities have an airport.
Okay, okay, boomer.
But no, like we're getting to the point where every state should have a furry convention. I would actually support that idea. Like, can you imagine going to a furry convention in North Dakota, which doesn't exist, by the way? I don't care what the government says. So, can you imagine that? We
Yeah,
would get to go see the missile silos where they keep all the nukes and shit, and
yeah.
and the motorcycles. I think the motorcycles thing
Oh
is.
yeah,
Oh, that's in South Dakota.
That's Sturgis, South Dakota.
Same
South
thing. They're
Dakota.
both same state. They look alike. But I mean, if they have the people out there to do that, then cool.
Yeah,
Would I go? No, it's in Wyoming. There's nothing there. They don't even have an Applebee's, so why would the fuck would I go?
they don't have an Applebee's.
Probably not.
Is that what makes it or breaks it for you?
At this point, yes.
Really?
Yes. By the way, guys, you all should go to Applebee's. They have some great deals going on right now. Like the 2 for 20 deal at
Stop!
Applebee's.
Just stop! No, no. They need to pay us if you want to
I get
shill for
paid.
them.
You all don't get paid. I get paid.
They need to pay us.
You have to pay us. Keyword.
God
Us.
damn it.
This is an us podcast, not a you podcast.
Okay. 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 I will talk to Bapples. I love their 2 for 20 deal though. You get some good shit.
So anyway, with that said,
Yes.
it is very much time to say goodnight. Thank you so much for joining us for a whole year
This
of
decade sucked, by the way.
yeah, it did. It really did.
This was a shitty decade.
Yeah, it really was.
Can I just say that when I first joined the fandom in what 2015? No, well, yeah, 2015. I had no idea that I would have gotten a fursuit, spent 6 grand on a fursuit, gone to 16 conventions in the span of 3 years. Um, Fucking made so many friends. Had a boyfriend. Well, had one, but yeah, done all this crazy shit. It's bizarre how fast time goes, and you don't quite make notice of it before until it's too late. But
Hmm.
this decade, and I know I say this decade's been shit. There's been a lot of positives this decade that have happened to me and to a lot of other people, and I think that as we transition into the 2020s, I can only hope that everyone has a degree of success and positivity in their lives going forward for the next 10 years.
Yeah. Um, when I joined the furry fandom back in 2016, like late 2015, early 2016, I did not expect I didn't expect that I would own a fursuit, that I'd have a fursona, that I'd make so many friends. Um, but it has been a wild roller coaster of a ride, and I've not tried to jump out of it. I've not tried to jump out of this ride called, the furry fandom. As soon as we hit the top of the drop, no, I've actually just like buckled myself down and just enjoyed the ride. Even if it's like
The ride
slamming
sucks.
down and looks like we're gonna die, I've still just kind of enjoyed the ride.
I hate furries.
That's on you. That's not me.
They were a mistake, man. We were a mistake, but I like being a furry, so it's okay.
Oh boy, that's a hot take from you.
It's a very hot take, man. I don't
Sharky, do
care.
you have any words you want to add to this, or did he go to the bathroom?
Sharky?
I'm still here, but if I talk, I might end up shitting myself.
Wait, you're
Okay.
gonna do what?
He has to go to the bathroom.
Ew. Okay.
I
Well,
have
Are you
the
not
poo really bad.
Okay,
well, I
okay,
gotta
go.
pee really bad, but the poo's
Go,
starting to come
go,
along
go,
as well.
go,
who poos and pees at the same time?
go. I do.
Normal people,
I
Normal
don't
people.
do that shit.
because you're
Anyway.
fucking not normal.
Oh, I know that. The doctor told me that a long
Okay,
time
so
ago.
with that said, it is very much time for us to say goodnight. Thank you so much, listeners,
I can suck your
for. Solox, will you shut the fuck up?
Please.
I'm trying to wrap up this episode.
That's the best part.
Anyway, thank you, listeners, for joining us for 41 episodes of furry drama, furry shenanigans, and great stories and random bullshit. Um, you've been through our highs and our lows, and we are very grateful to have your attention every week. And we hope that going forward in 2020, we make some great content for you, and that you will love, and that we will keep your attention for another hour every week in 2020. But with that said, thank you so much for joining us. And if this is your first time listening, or the 100th time listening, and you're not following us on Twitter, please follow us on Twitter at Furry Frequency. And also, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe on our videos on YouTube, and hit that bell for notifications. Stay tuned, because in 2020 we will be switching to Twitch. So we will be live podcasting soon enough. So you'll be able to catch everything that we say as we say it, and also be able to join into the podcast yourself. Anyway, Silox and Sharky, you're going to be going to New Year's Furry Ball.
Unfortunately.
Why do you say unfortunately?
Because they won't take pictures of us anymore.
That's
Well,
all
that-
we
that-
wanted to go. Is to get
So
pictures of
that's going to
you.
be the very last convention of 2019, the very last convention of the furry convention of the 2010s before we kick it off into 2020.
Yeah.
We'd like to thank you so much again, listeners, for joining us. And this has been Furry Frequencies signing off with Lifty.
Psylocks.
Hold up, I'm vaping.
As I
Yeah,
hit my
sorry,
vape.
by the way. Go away.
Thank you
Vapor's rights.
so much. Thank
to
you so
go.
much for joining us on this podcast. Have a great night. Good night, Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Not doing this. We have to go.
Hashtag vapor. We vape. We vote.
We need to go. We're hitting the record
I'm
button.
sorry. That's the dumbest
What the fuck?
hashtag
We
I've
will
ever
see
seen.
you again in 2020. Good night.